Okay, so what I can do is allow this to play out until we get this strike airborne and on its way into the target. Once they're about a third of the way, then I can get the aircraft from Gio del Colle airborne and start getting them into the target. So let me take a opportunity here to go to 5 times time acceleration real quick and just see how this plays out. And then we will... Okay, so there we go. Let me pause it back down or bring it back down to real time. What are you? Boy, you really extended, didn't you? Boy, you... One of these must have had their afterburner engaged because... That's like a 2-ship. Or no, that's like a single aircraft, like way out there in front. That's not good. Boy, okay. Well, I'll let it play out. I'm not going to micromanage it that much, but that's fine. Okay, now I've got my other 4 ship of fighters heading up there to support them. I've got my seed going up into the Northern Air Base, the Jader Air Base. I've got the ECM aircraft following up. I've got the strike aircraft for their intersection and the runway following up. Now, let me tweak the flight paths a little bit to bring them back around to what I had intended, coming in down here from the south. So they'll be set up and coming in kind of on the same axis that I have my ECM support set up to provide them with support from. So that's that strike. Now I've got this one. This is the 2-ship going after the runway intersections. I'll bring them back around here onto that same flight path. I'll have them kind of break it up a little bit just to further deconflict them. I have them come a little bit from the due east, so that should work out well on the timing. I don't want... Well, it wouldn't necessarily be a bad thing to have all the aircraft over it just simultaneously, but no, I'll have a little bit of spacing between all the aircraft just so that they're not flying through each other's debris and fragmentation from all the bombs that are going to be going off. But I'm worried about this this little lone aircraft out there, or it's actually 2 aircraft out there kind of on their own. And you can see the little... It's like a little fuel gauge right down there on the bottom of that little gray thing. Since these guys apparently did have their afterburners engaged the entire time, they're in a little bit of a worse fuel state, but that's fine. That's not a big deal. Yeah, these guys are still just heading up there with their afterburners engaged as well. Let me take over manual control, put them back to just full power, and I'll have to remember to disable manual control here in a little bit once they get a little bit closer. Okay, so I'm going to let this play out a little bit further and then get the Southern Strike package going in. So let's go ahead and hit some more time acceleration here. Okay, so I lost contact. That must have been, yeah, that was that flight that first got up. They just landed. They ran out of fuel, so that's actually very good. That's 2 aircraft that we don't have to worry about. Now, time acceleration again. Okay, more bogies airborne. So let's go ahead and let this play out right there. Okay, now I need to get my Southern Strike package going into the target. So let's go ahead and zoom in slightly. Let's go to the aircraft screen. Now I want to get first in the air. Maybe I should have done this a little bit earlier, but I'll assign this guy to the ECM South mission and this guy to the ECM South mission. So my jammers will get airborne. Now my seed, I'm going to have a 4-ship of F-104s assigned to the Barat seed, and I'm going to have a 4-ship of F-104s assigned to the Barat runway, leaving a spare right there, number 9. And I'm going to have a 4-ship of Ginas going up to the Jader runway intersections. That's perfect. That's all of my aircraft committed at this point, with the exception of my occasional spare. And at this point, all I really have to do is just manage the mission as it goes. I need to remember to disable manual control up here, let them go back to auto. And these guys are starting to get a little bit close. I think they're going to get in here close to this SA-2 envelope. I really don't want that to happen. I was kind of hoping that these aircraft would come out to meet us so that we would not be fighting over the SA-2, but that's okay because I'm going to have these Ginas following up and taking out, hopefully, that SA-2 here in just a moment. Yeah, 16 Mark 82s, that's just the thing. They're going in at low altitude, so if you remember those two little hills that we had right there on the coastline right there, they'll be fairly effectively masked from that SA2 side until they pop up over the hill. I'll just let these guys come in straight from the coast, and then I'm going to have the strike aircraft, like I was pointing out, come in down here from the south, using a little bit more of the terrain to their advantage as they come in. Hopefully it won't be an issue at all because that SA2 site will be down. But now I guess I am starting to worry about fighters a little bit more. I'm going to have to let this play out. I don't think they're going to come out to meet me at all. So what I'm going to do is wait and see. I'll wait to declare these guys hostile a little bit longer because these guys are going to take a little bit of a wait and see attitude. They're not going to go in there full bore, full afterburner until I do declare them hostile. So that'll conserve a little bit of fuel and just give things a little bit more time to play out here as we go. Now I think it is time, since they are getting in there into that area, to go active on our ECM aircraft. So let's go F9. Offensive ECM on, and okay, disable that. Offensive ECM and the comms jammer. I don't know if the comms jammer does anything. I don't think it does in command, but at least they are transmitting and they're jamming the radars at this point, aren't they? Okay, now they are. Okay. And I've got another one up here. Yeah, why not? Let me go active on this guy as well. So let me take that off, go active on both the comms and the radar jammer. So that's going to support them against the SA2 and support them against these bogies, which have turned to engage. I'm going to go ahead and declare these guys hostile and get this engagement. So it's an 8-on-2 battle at this point. Hopefully nothing else gets airborne, because once these guys run out of missiles, we're out of fighters. This is our entire fighter cover that we have committed right up here. It's too late now, but I might have been better served to just commit the 4-ship at this point. Actually, that's what I'll do. Let me try this. Let me go F3, give these guys a path down to the south. Let me go up here, attack options, ignore for the selected units, no. And that, with any luck, is going to have them disengage and then come down here to the south. I don't want all aircraft in there committed on this engagement. Okay, hold on. Why are you not doing this? I need to figure this out. This is kind of important. Okay, so your group doctrine, ignore plot of course, no. Is it the mission doctrine that's overriding it? So mission doctrine, ignore plot of course when attacking, no. I know the side doctrine is set up in that way. So why are you ignoring the course that I just plotted for you? That makes no sense. F3, plop down a waypoint. You should be coming down. No, they're still engaging. That's bad. Okay, we've got missile launches against this guy. Okay, let me pause. I really have to figure this out, because I do not want this 4-ship to do anything. Okay, for now, I'm just going to go weapons hold on them. Let me come up here, have them disengage. That, at the very least, no, they're engaging again. This is frustrating. I cannot have that, but I mean, there's nothing I can do about it. I've got, okay, misses on those missiles. I need to get some hits here. At the very least, I've got them weapons tight, so that's fine. Okay, we just took out one of those fighters. Okay, I've classified them. Okay, F7 fish bed. So this is the F7. I was expecting J7s. I think the briefing was for J7s. Got more missiles going in up there. Firing some, yeah, more Sparrows. I was expecting the J7. So this is the export of the J7, F7. And yeah, to make it more confusing, okay, those fighters are down, so these guys, yeah, they're doing the right thing. They're disengaging and they're getting out of the area. I don't know what was up with this group, why they were not following what I was telling them to do, so let me go back to weapons tied on them and just let them do their thing. Okay, was that? Okay, these guys are RTB, they're bingo fuel. So I'm down to 6 fighters up here, and I need to get them out of that engagement envelope for the SA2. At least they do have some jammer support going in against them. Okay, but anyway, yeah, F7 is the Chinese export of the J7, which is the knockoff of the MiG-21, as you can see there. So we've got, okay, China Type 222 radar, 10-mile search radar, 30mm cannon, PO2. Okay, so these don't have a radar-guided missile capability. It's just Alamo's AA2. That isn't Alamo, right? Yeah, AA2. Sort of the equivalent to the AIM-9. A rear aspect only, max range 5 miles. So yeah, that's good news. The F-104 is definitely going to outclass the MiGs that we have. And yeah, you can see the F-104 right there with the Sparrow and the Sidewinder configuration. And F-104S is being the sort of like the NATO. I know Italy used a lot of them. I think Turkey did as well. S models. So let's see. Yeah, Turkey starting in 1978. Italy, oh, starting in, let me see. Yeah, 1971. Then got upgrades as they went. And that's it. I thought maybe the Germans did too. Maybe West Germany used. They used some variant of F-104. It might have been the G model that the Germans used. Well, one way to find out. Yeah, there we go. F-104Gs were the other, I guess, NATO variant. So Belgium, Denmark, Germany. Italy used the G model as well. The Netherlands, Norway, Taiwan. Boy, everybody loved the F-104 back in the day. Okay, so now we've got our fighters that have stopped with that engagement since there is nothing to engage left. This is the seed flight. Okay, so it's my 4-ship of F-104s going in there to hopefully take out that SA-2. I've got the strike package of 4 F-104s followed up by the jammer. And this jammer, I need to go in and manually put it to full power so that it can keep up with the F-104s as they go in. Now, these guys up north, I've got my seed still going in. And okay, let me go ahead and hit it with just a little touch of time acceleration here just to get this seed in there to the coast. Okay, back down to real time. Okay, multiple contacts airborne. I've got one right there off the seed. I'm going to declare this guy hostile. Another one, 2 more airborne up here. Okay, yeah, you can see the little ring of uncertainty, that sort of jagged red outline around all of these aircraft. That's just a sort of a estimated location based on all the available information. So, okay, those, yeah, now I've got a good fix on them. 2 aircraft, or you see 3 aircraft total coming down. They're leaving my seed aircraft alone. That's what I was worried about mainly. So I've got my F-104s turning to engage. Yeah, that's working out perfectly now. Okay, so I've got another contact. It looks like it's getting airborne from the northern airfield right up here. I will declare it hostile. Okay, now that's bad. I don't like having bogeys down here. I'll declare these guys hostile, and I hope they go north. Because I have nothing, I mean nothing that can deal with any kind of a fighter threat down here. So you've got an hour 29 to go, so I wouldn't be able to quick turn these aircraft. So I'm just going to hope that these guys make short work of the fighters up here. I might have to just take this as just a strike on Jader. Maybe try to have these guys loiter over Italy. And then go in, maybe after these guys run out of fuel. I don't think I'll have the fuel on my side to make that work either. Or I might just push my luck. I mean, okay, I've got 2 going north, I've got 1. If it's just the 1, I'll push my luck. I don't know if this is going to be a J6 or a J7 or an F6 or an F7 or what, but okay, I'll take my chances as I've got my seed flight going in there and starting to get engaged on that SA-2. So right now they'll be popping up over that first hill, going for the second hill here in just a second. Let me actually go into the... Okay, that's a missile launch off of... Yeah, that's an SA-2 launch. Okay, let me go to the relief layer so we can see a little bit more of the terrain up there. So yeah, they're still under cover. This flight is still down at 400 feet. They'll pop up and come around, hopefully on this SA-2 here just momentarily. Okay, so as I watch it unfold, I'm not going to micromanage the aerial portion of this. I'm just going to let this play out. So I've got a 4-ship of F-104s coming down south to engage these 2 bogies, but they're being chased by an F-7, probably 2 F-7s. Okay, these guys are just down to a single Sidewinder, so probably just running south is the thing to do here. They're an afterburner, so Mach 1.5 versus... yeah, these guys are subsonic right now, so that's going to work out okay. That's actually a very good thing for them to be doing, because hopefully that'll run the F-7, both the F-7s, probably out of fuel. And then they'll have to turn an RTB. Now why are you not... okay, now you're coming back around. Why are you not bombing stuff right now? I'll let that play out some more as well.